Yo, all right, y'all. So Loaded Lux has decided that he's going to throw a watch party at a venue, charge $40, okay, to watch the Hitman Hollas versus Geechee Gotti pay-per-view with him at the venue. And now I'm seeing a lot of people on social media. Everyone's like confused or just don't understand, or they're not in this business. You know, as a bar owner of 13 years, unlike what some, no driver's license having weirdos have to say, that's what it is. I can tell you for a fact that is 100% illegal. Wish I had my soundboard in the car, but I don't. All right, lock them up. You can't do that, Lux. All right, first of all, when you broadcast something at a venue, okay, number one, you have to have the rights to broadcast it. All right, if it's a paid situation, you have to have the rights to broadcast it. Okay, if you don't have the rights to broadcast it and you're charging at the door, that's a 100% violation. 100% violation. And it's not just me talking. A bar down the street from me was literally doing this. All right, they weren't buying the pay-per-views through their business, because when you have a business, you have to buy them through the business. All right, if it's available. If it's not available, then you can't broadcast it, period. Especially if you're charging a fee at the door and you're advertising that part of that fee is because you're watching this thing. All right, these people aren't stupid. All right, when they look at these things, you can't just say, oh. All right, if someone wants to press it, all right, you can get in big trouble for that. Yeah, you can get away with it if nobody cares and nobody knows. Sure, but that doesn't mean you're not violating the law. A bar down the street was literally doing this, and they were shut down for literally that. For instance, when we would buy the Mayweather pay-per-views or a UFC pay-per-view, we weren't charged $70. We were charged per capacity. The Mayweather fights, they would charge us close to $2,000 to broadcast that. Almost $2,000, okay? That's how much it would cost. Because they know you're charging at the door, all right? They go by capacity of how many people you can fill in, and that's how they determine the price. You can't just pay your $50, $60 and broadcast it and think you're going to charge people $40 at the door and pocket that money. That's literally a violation, and the venue that you're holding that at could be in trouble for possibly for fraud. So, they can get shut down. All right, it's happened multiple times. Not just the bar down the street from me. I know of multiple bars that have gotten busted for this particular practice. Okay, that's why I never indulged in that. All right, when my uncle was part owner, he wanted to do, I was like, no, we're not doing that, bro. We're gonna do it legit. Oh, but they're okay. Then look what happened. All right, they're no longer in business now. They got shut down because you wanted to save some money. Because you wanted, all right, it's insane. We don't even show pay-per-views anymore. We don't do none of that stuff anymore because we figured out that, what happens is, yeah, you charge at the door. I'm paying $2K. All right, I'm barely getting the money back at the door, if that. And then the people that come in there, they're not your normal customers, and they don't spend the way that your normal customers spend, and you end up pissing off your normal customers. You end up pissing off your staff, because then you got these bums in there who are only there to watch whatever they paid to watch. They paid at the door, so now they don't want to spend extra money. They're very cheap. They don't. All right, it's just a bad experience overall. Now, if you're a bar that has a hard time getting people to even get in your doors, come through your doors, then yeah, that's a thing. But when you're a bar that's already popping, you don't need to do stuff like that. You don't need to show stuff like that. And yeah, certain people get mad. Oh, you're not going to show? No, we're not showing it. We're not showing it. And that's it. But we used to show the Mayweather fights because everyone had to see those Mayweather fights. All right? So yes, what Loaded Lux is doing is 100% illegal. All right? And it's actually more illegal than what bootleggers do, because he can actually get this bar shut down, or wherever he's having this venue. He can actually get it shut down for what he's doing. All right, and I'm sure that ain't nobody. Well, once you got the person who's actually throwing the pay-per-view that you're about to steal, because that's what it is. It's stealing, because you can't charge at the door. You can't pay the $50 and then broadcast and charge at the door. Like, I'm seeing people try to argue with me about this. It's illegal. Go ahead, do it, and then go ahead and ask the people that are in charge of this, and see if they say, oh yeah, it's fine, no problem. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. But once you got Hitman Holla, he's being vocal about it, trying to figure out what's going on here. All right. Then, yeah, Hitman Holla, you have every right and all the power, all right, to actually get that stuff. You can get it shut down like that, all right? But you got to know what you're doing. He probably I don't even know if he knows what he's doing when it concerning his own product. And that's why these guys are all unorganized, man. So, you know, Lux could probably get away with it because Hitman Holla doesn't even know the steps to take. I doubt URL even does. It's ridiculous, bro. These guys are still doing this antiquated. That's why this pay-per-view model is antiquated and it's dumb and it's the stupidest thing you guys still doing. All right, y'all over here worrying about bootlegs and this, that, and the other. You got Loaded Lux doing it in real life, and it's not a watch party. He's charging $40, bro. They're making big money off of this. Don't get it twisted. 40's a lot, bro. I used to charge $20 for Mayweather, and they were charging me $1,500 for the pay-per-view. This guy's charging $40. That's insane. A $40 cover? Are you kidding me? It's like he might as well be throwing the event himself and selling tickets. Battle Rap's got a big problem when it comes to all this nonsense and the pay-per-views and the way URL handled theirs. And now, like I told y'all, like they done made it 100 times worse by the way they publicly handle it. All right, the more you talk about bootlegs, the more bootleg become more prevalent. All right, now you got these watch parties, and you got this, that, and the other. That's why you guys got to stop with this pay-per-view model. There's a million other ways to go about broadcasting it and making money off of this than this pay-per-view model. It's so 1990s, man. Late 1990s, early 2000s. Y'all are still stuck in this nonsense. And, I mean, go ahead. Like, the big companies, they still do it. Some of them still, not all of them. But some of them still do it because, you know, oh, they're getting enough to, you know, where the bootlegs don't hurt them as much. But in battle rap and this, that, and the other, bro, there's so many other options, and you guys refuse to do it because you refuse to pay a Google a percentage, all right, to do it that way, or you refuse to pay or you want to keep every single penny to yourself, not understanding the infrastructure that Google has made for you and the way that they've done it for you where you can actually profit off of it. But you guys look at it as, oh, I'm not giving them a penny, man. I'm not giving them a penny. But you rather give Rap Grid all the money and these guys all the money and this guy all the money, and they got no protection for you, like literally zero protection, where Google can actually protect you. Google can actually protect you, but you don't look at it like that. Rap Grid's not protecting y'all. None of these guys are protecting y'all. All right, and that should be part of their fee of even offering the broadcast. But yeah, you know, the logic in battle rap sometimes it behooves. If even that's a word, I don't even know. I think it is. But all right, man. So there it is. So Hitman's confused. He doesn't even know if this is right or wrong. Of course it's wrong. What are you talking about, bro? Like, why are you confused? So 100% wrong, and it's illegal. It's illegal. Even if he wasn't charging at the door, it's illegal. He can't broadcast a paid pay-per-view if it's not, if he doesn't have the rights to, and he wasn't authorized to. You can't. It's just, that's the bottom line. You cannot do it. All right, you can have your bar shut down over that. It's happened. I have multiple examples of it happening. All right, to people who just wouldn't listen and are greedy. That's why you got to just do things the right way and not try to cheat and scam every freaking penny, man. It's not worth it in the long run. That's why you last 13 years in the business, while these other people come and go after 1 or 2 years. Because they're always doing these really shock value things and, oh, this, that, and the other, and these weird specials, and then it all falls apart. It all falls apart. And they're always trying to, you know, skim and scam, and it doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. There's a thing called longevity. Why are you really here? What are you trying to do? You trying to make a quick lick, or are you trying to make a living? You gotta ask yourself that. Are you trying to make a quick lick, or are you trying to make a living? All right, and the fact that even Lux would do that's insane to me. All right, like these battle rappers, this is what I'm talking about. Like, y'all got all these issues with the fans bootleg, and the battle rappers are the worst bootleggers of them all. They sat there on caffeine and bootlegged this whole culture for years under the guise of the URL and caffeine. All right, caffeine was paying these people. Think about this. Caffeine was paying these people a salary to bootleg. All right. Oh, they didn't. It wasn't. Well, they were paying them a salary, and that's what they were doing on their platform. And Caffeine wasn't shutting it down. URL wasn't saying nothing. Everybody was hush hush. They were bootlegging every single small league, every big league, every single league. And they were like, oh, well, it doesn't matter because, what was happening was URL was giving the pay-per-views for free via Caffeine, who was sponsoring it. All right. So when they would have, so what happened is the battle rappers would do their little watch parties of the URL events on Caffeine, which were actually encouraged. All right. Because it wasn't a paid thing. So that made them think, oh, we could just do everybody like that. Well, no, everybody doesn't have that deal with Caffeine. Caffeine is actually licensed this. That's why you're allowed to watch the URL stuff on there. You're not allowed to watch this other stuff. That was illegal as well. What y'all was doing on Caffeine was illegal. All right, but nobody cared. Nobody said a word, and now it's funny. Or Smack's, oh, this, that, and the other. But Smack was the biggest bootleg gang of them all. Anyways, just wanted to clarify that. Don't let anybody tell you any different. They don't know what they're talking about. You're looking at a man who's been in this business for 13 years, ran a successful bar for 13 years, and owns it as well. Love you guys. Peace.